Hi guys, welcome back. This is Raven Ruby Hawk here with the Stanley Parable. So, let's play this game. I've always wanted to play this game. It's been very interesting to me. I've seen some playthroughs, and I thought it was really interesting, like the different ways you can, have the story go along. Like there's different storylines, there's different endings to each storyline, and so I kind of just want to see.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, this is about Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Okay.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What happened?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
You would wait a whole
call a
hour?
meeting, or even say hi.
What was
Never
he
in
doing
all
for
his
that
years at the company
60
had
minutes?
this happened. This
Staring
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Oh, it looks like we have some control. Alright, so let's see. Well, it doesn't look like we can really do anything. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This place is so messy. If I was a boss, I'd be pissed. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's like these people left in the rapture or something.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a
Oh,
trace
wow.
of his
A
co-workers.
rotary. Wow. I love how the cup says, "Who farted?" Okay. Anyway. Oh, to turn the computer off. Well. Nope. Alright. Place is so messy. I mean, my goodness. Let's see. What's it? Be my Valentine. Oh, sweet. Some of these phones that they have in here are so old. Okay. Alright, so we're looking for the meeting room. So I think what we're gonna do is the first playthrough, we're gonna do what the
When
guy
Stanley
says.
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so we're gonna enter the door on the left because we're gonna see and just do what he says for the first storyline, and then we're gonna just make stuff up and do other things for the rest of them and see what mischief we can get into. Okay.
Yet there was
so
not a single person here
must be the meeting
either.
room.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wow. What are they talking about in here? Strengths. Target demographic teenagers. What is hot? Profits. Profits as in Messiah profits. Okay, work harder. Hard worker. Okay. Time to be. Ow, I always get stuck. Oh, it's a broom closet. Look at
Stanley
that.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Fine. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, walking up the stairs. Alright. Wow, look how nice this office is. Ooh, executive bathroom. Must be nice. I imagine this is how, like, all the offices are for, like, the CEOs. Like, got the nice patterned walls. And, like, big...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keep... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I'm sorry.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Uh-oh. Yeah, sing it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, cool. Did I really just, like, do that? Just... Okay. Alright. Okay. Stepping in the passageway. I don't know how I remembered that password just from the playthrough. Oh well. Okay. Let's see where it's taking us.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright. It would not go unanswered. So
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Why can't I go towards this one that says escape? Escape. You know, that's funny. It's spelled just like the word escape. Yeah. Finding Nemo for all y'all that know that reference. Anyway. Alright. What is this? Ooh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh,
what horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
so messy.
to find out?
I mean, you'd think. I mean, come on. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to go over here and do something else. Let's see. What did these papers say? They say Employee Observation Protocol. Oh, Lord.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
Hey,
Stanley's
there's
co-workers.
me.
The lives of
My
so many
family
individuals
room.
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I don't know about y'all, but I am not listening to the guy, the narrator. What does that say? There's like... No! Oh, I wanted to see what it read. What does it read? There's like someone with like red lettering. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Fired.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Gosh, mind control?
No.
Oh.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I guess so. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, I'm guessing I'll have to do that through here. Facility power. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. So he wants me to turn it off. So let's go ahead and turn it off, and then like the next time we'll turn it on and see what happens. I wonder like what will happen. Okay, we're gonna turn it on. Oh. God, it's so dark. Can't see.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know, is it?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh, I can
Where
see.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
That's like a gorgeous... Oh, look,
It
there's
was
a house
perhaps
over there.
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay. Stepping.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
I see.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh, that's like so super sweet. Oh, he was freed from the terrible mind control. Oh, it looks like we are coming back to something else now. What? Oh my gosh, look at all these papers.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Ew. I don't see anyone. My gosh, look at all these papers. Okay, so during this one, we're not going to follow what he says. So we're just gonna... Oh! Hey! Oh, okay. Anyway.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I'm gonna go to the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
Ooh,
to admire it.
Employee lounge. Here it is.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ooh, pretty pictures. It's like a leaf, an ocean, and coffee. Ooh, there's some coffee right here.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It is
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Well, they're very
Really worth
nice. So, you know, whatever. Okay, let's go.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. How about the second? Or this door? Or how about this one? Oh!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Well,
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yep, I sure am. Oh, there's no more pictures. Well, guys, I'm just in the video here. We'll catch back up next time and we'll do some more. I'm sure there's more stories to be had, so we'll pick up here next time. Thank y'all guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and ask for, you know, suggest what videos, what games you would like me to do next. Yeah, so have a good day. Bye.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
I don't know if y'all saw that.